I'm Dr. Sabrina, and I'm a results leader.
You're listening to ResultsLeader.fm. Being a thought leader is easy. Getting results is hard. This show is for the results leader who lives and dies by their results. Here is your host and Chief Results Leader, Jonathan Rivera.
This is it, boys and girls. It is another edition of ResultsLeader.fm. Welcome to the show. If you're new here, we're all about results. That's right. Everything we do at Results Leader is highlighting the work of people who are getting the best results for their clients. Today we have Dr. Sabrina Starling, the business psychologist, best-selling author, podcast host of Profit by Design podcast, and she's going to show us how we can take a 4-week vacation from our business and be better rested, more creative, and have an empowered team. Yeah, all that and more in today's episode. Let's jump in. All right, Dr. Sabrina, welcome to the show. Are you ready to rock this thing?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Yeah, I think you were more prepared than me today, so this should be an easy one for you. What book have you given most as a gift?
My book, How to Hire the Best, The Entrepreneur's Ultimate Guide to Attracting Top Performing Team Members, because we see so many business owners right now out there struggling with hiring. And so we have been sending this book out to accountants and anybody who works with a lot of business owners. We just send it to them and say, please share this with your business owners that you work with. And I just really want to help people put an end to the hiring challenges. Hiring doesn't have to be so hard.
So I have to know, you said so many people are struggling with hiring. I've been there too. What would you say is the top 1 or 2 struggles that you see in common in all these businesses?
It's how to hire A players and keep them and get people. Right now, it's like just putting an ad out and someone accepts the job and then they don't even show up, or there's just no response or not the quality people that you want. It's really a matter of knowing what A players are looking for, knowing it. So define the A player that you want to have on your team and know what they're looking for. And everything that we know about attracting quality clients to our businesses applies to attracting those A players to our teams.
So yeah, it's tangent time. It's my show. I get to do what I want. Yeah, I like what you said there. Knowing what the A players want. I have a follow-up on that. How do we know what an A player is or looks like?
A players are your team members who think outside the box when a problem happens. They don't stop their work and wait to ask you the question of how to keep things moving forward. They don't look to you to solve the problem. They try to figure it out on their own. They're problem solvers. And if they'll find a way over, around, and through the problem. And then they will only come to you when they're totally stumped. But they're also intrinsically motivated. So no benefit, no perk is going to make them work harder. Their motivation comes from within. They just want to do better for the sake of doing better and being better. So they're really driven. They are career oriented. And this is the biggest piece that we overlook in our small businesses because we have these entry level jobs. I work with a lot of contractors in construction and landscape, and they have people in the field and they think, well, what kind of career? There's no career path here to create for them. People coming in, A players want a career path, and you absolutely can create a career path, opportunities for advancement for them. And the biggest thing that we're seeing now with our clients and their success in attracting and retaining A players is they're providing a lot of leadership and personal and professional development opportunities for even their entry-level team members. And that's making a world of difference. So those are some of the key things, that psychology of A players. They want those opportunities for advancement. They want to be a part of you achieving your bigger vision, and they want big goals and challenges. They will rise to the challenge. And so don't ever be afraid to give them more to do or ask more of them, and always get them working from their strengths. When you look at what they are capable of, when you put an A player in a role with clearly defined results and those results align with their strengths, they can be 900 to 1,200% more productive than a warm body team member. And so if you have a big vision, you have a business, you should have clearly defined roles and expectations for each of those roles. Think through what personality strengths are needed to succeed in that role and deliver those results consistently well, day in and day out, and use that as your hiring criteria. And that helps you start to define the A player that you need for that role.
One follow-up, and then we got to get back on script.
I know.
But I can't help myself. Excellent topic. So how much of that is inborn versus culture? Like how much of it is them and how much of it can be taught?
None of it can be taught. So you can teach skills, but we cannot train people to be intrinsically motivated. That comes from how they are raised and their natural psychology. The thing that you really want to think about when you're hiring is what are your immutable laws, your core values, because those are the seeds of the culture of your company. And you want to hire people whose core values align with your immutable laws. And those core values are a part of who they are. You cannot teach them. So if you value giving really over the top customer service, you can't train that into somebody. You can show them how to do it, but they have to have the desire, that internal drive, like, yes, I want to serve them and take great care of them. That has to be internal. You can't train that.
Ready to get back on script?
Yes.
All right. Tell me a story or tell us a story of how an apparent failure set you up for later success.
This is really good. So during COVID, we've been in business for, I think it's going on 16 years now. And the business has grown consistently every year and until COVID. And we really floundered. And we had struggles with lead generation. The whole business marketplace changed. The way we were getting leads changed and disappeared essentially. And so we had to look at how do we solve this problem? How do we stay in business and get more leads coming in the door? And what we did is instead of doubling down on our marketing efforts, we doubled down on our delivery. And we looked at what is it that our top clients want the most from us, and what is it that when we deliver it, they say the most about. And it turned out it was accountability and giving them an action plan with clear steps to know what to do when, because every business owner wants to know, what should I do next? Just tell me and I'll do it. And then holding them accountable for getting it done. So we doubled down on that and we watched our client reviews and net promoter scores. In just a few short months of time, those net promoter scores jumped. I just looked at 2 that came in and we got 11 out of 10. And so now I'm saying we're the 11s. We have really gone over the top with how we take care of our clients. And so that has led to more word of mouth. We have clients who are just naturally talking about the results they're getting in working with us. And that has helped us to attract better quality clients.
What would you say is the most worthwhile investment that you've ever made?
Back when I was working as a psychologist in a community mental health center and I was very burnt out, I discovered life coaching. And I thought, oh, here's a way out. I can repurpose all this training that I've had as a psychologist and become a life coach. And so it was expensive. I think it was a $10,000 investment to go through life coach training. And we actually had a really good tax return that year. And I went to my husband at the time and I said, I want to use this to invest in coach training. And that was pivotal because I've grown this business over the years from that decision. And that was the best decision ever. I love what I get to do every day.
In the last 5 years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has most improved your life?
The questions we ask determine the solutions we find. And so I'm a very idea-oriented person, like most entrepreneurs. We have an idea every 2 seconds. And I used to act on those ideas without thinking. And I thought that was the key to my success. And I think really it was that some of those ideas were great. And then the others were just distractions for me. And somehow I survived and kept things going. And what I've learned over the last few years and really changed is to slow down, to ask powerful questions and to think things through. And so one of my favorite powerful questions is what's possible? Because there's been so many barriers and challenges over the last 2 years. and things that are outside of our control as business owners. And I've seen it in my business and the clients that we coach. We can take those barriers and obstacles. Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. The obstacle really is the way when we start asking what's possible.
All right. I want to just circle back to what I thought sounded like an awesome thing to be doing as an entrepreneur, where you're trying ideas, going fast and failing fast so you get data. I mean, how is slowing down? Like, what do you say to those people that are going 100 miles an hour, try a million ideas and get that big hit? How's slowing down better than failing fast?
So I just want to acknowledge that grind it out is part of the dominant discourse about entrepreneurship, and it's not sustainable. It's not productive. As a psychologist, we do our best thinking when we are relaxed and refreshed. So this go, take an idea a minute and get it out there and see what fails and test it and see, and then move on to the next thing. When we slow down, that's a lot of wasted energy that's going out the door. And when we slow down and we look for, well, this idea seems good, but what might be a better idea? And then we invite other people, trusted advisors, peers, and we share our ideas and we ask those powerful questions. We get more questions coming back at us that help us think through that idea a little bit further before we implement it. So there's a lot less wasted energy going out the door. It improves our quality of life. It improves our businesses. And we spend less money. We spend a lot of money on bad ideas.
This leads us perfectly into the next question. What are some bad recommendations you hear in your area of expertise?
Well, and that's just exactly the bad recommendations are that if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur, you need to be ready to grind it out, to hustle. That's having a very negative impact on us as entrepreneurs. What's fascinating to me is that we are 2 times more likely than the general population to experience depression. We're 70% more likely to experience addiction. Our divorce rate is 5 to 10 times higher than the general population. So while all of this is going on, we entrepreneurs are responsible for 44% of net new jobs that are being created and 2/3 of economic activity. We're really amazing. And I can't help but wonder, what else are we capable of when we're rested and refreshed and taking care of ourselves? And we're coming up with better ideas, and we're involving team members in making decisions and creating opportunities for them. What more could we be doing?
Now we're about to get into your favorite part of the show, where we talk about results. But first, I've got to ask you, are you picking up what we're laying down here? I hope so. That's why we do the show every week. And I want to ask you for a little bit of help. If there's someone out there that you think can benefit from this show, why not share it with them? Put it out there, hit the share button, use hashtag ResultsLeaderFM, and get it out there. Now let's jump back into the interview.
Let's talk about results. Why do results matter?
Results are everything. When I think about why people hire us at Tap the Potential, it's because I used to think it was about profit. They wanted to be more profitable because that was what we were promoting. And it was during the pandemic that one of my clients said to me, he said, Dr. Sabrina, the profit is great, and I'm so appreciative of it. So, but it's really about what the time that matters most. That's what's most important. And when at the end of the day, when our clients come through our Better Business, Better Life program at Tap the Potential, what they're looking for is they want solutions of, what should I do next in my business? How do I make it work more efficiently, more profitably? How do I hire those team members? How do I get things growing? How do I build an asset? Those are very important results, but it's the intangible results that matter most to people.
In the last 5 years, what new realization has helped you get better results for your clients?
It's just that one. And so I started paying attention to what are those intangible results that our clients are experiencing. And when we start asking about that, we hear things like, well, I don't have sleepless Sundays anymore. And I said, well, what were sleepless Sundays? Tell me about that. And it's that experience of, you've had a day off, because probably you're working at least 6 days a week as an entrepreneur typically. And you're getting ready to go back to work on Monday, and you don't sleep Sunday night because you're thinking about all the things that are going to happen happen on Monday that needs your attention, and how you're going to get your team aligned and resolve these problems. So that's eliminating sleepless Sundays is one of them. Eliminating the frustrations from family members. As you're a busy, distracted business owner coming home, working all the time, working through dinner, going on your computer at night after everyone goes to bed, getting business owners into a place where that's not happening, where they're able to go home and shut off and be done for the day and be fully present with their family. Those are the results that really matter. Paying off thousands of dollars in debt as a business owner, we support them in doing that too. That is really good. But the consequence of paying off thousands of dollars in debt is your wife is no longer stressed about your financial situation. And so the marriage improves. So marriage is improving. I've had business owners bring their kids to phone calls with me and say, thank you so much because I have my dad back. I mean, those are the results that matter. It's not about the money.
What area of your business would you like better results?
The lead generation. And so what it is for me is I know that what we're doing at Tap the Potential is so impactful, and finding the business owners and helping them to really understand what we're capable of supporting them in doing. I totally get it as a business owner when we have challenges in front of us, like the hiring challenge or our own lead generation or whatever, we're nose down and focused on that. And we're not really looking at the bigger picture and looking for a bigger picture solution. And we at Tap the Potential, we provide a bigger picture solution. So there's a marketing challenge there for us to get that out to business owners who are the right business owners who will embrace this.
What results are you most proud of?
It's the intangible results that we get for our clients, the change to their quality of life. We have clients taking 4-week vacations. My book, The 4-Week Vacation, is all about how you can set your business up so that it can run without you and you can be away fully unplugged for 4 weeks. And that in and of itself is a wonderful accomplishment. But the side effect of that is your team members get to grow into leaders. And they get to develop. And so when business owners tell their team, hey, I'm going on a 4-week vacation, a lot of times they feel guilt for it. They feel like their team is going to be upset and say, well, why do you get to take a 4-week vacation and we're stuck back here working? And what they actually find is the team members get really excited because, one, it means that everything that's in that business owner's head is going to have to become a system before they can go on that 4-week vacation. And a lot of the chaos that those team members experience in the business is going to stop because those systems get put in place and those team members get to move up into roles with responsibilities that the business owner is taking off of their plate.
Any parting thoughts you want to share with the results leaders who are listening to us right now?
That whatever you're saying in your head right now around that all sounds great, but I don't think it could be me, is just head trash. Ask yourself what's possible.
I know everybody listening is going to want more from you. Where can they go?
The best place to go is tapthepotential.com/10K. You will get my download for your chart of $10,000 an hour activities, which is key to really shifting your mindset about how do you work on those highest value activities that really turn your business into an asset and get you out of the $10 and $50 an hour activities. Plus, we have a few episodes that I specifically recorded on the Profit by Design podcast, which is my podcast, that relate to how to make your time worth $10,000 an hour. So if you go to tapthepotential.com/10K, that's where you'll be able to get the download and the training.
All right. We have been talking with Dr. Sabrina. Thank you for sharing your insights with us. Thank you, results leaders, for tuning in. Another episode is in the can.
Thank you.
That is a wrap for another edition of ResultsLeader.fm. If you are out there getting results for your clients and you want to be featured on the show, go to ResultsLeader.fm now and apply to be on the show. And if you love what you're hearing, share the show, give us a rating and review, do anything to help us get the message out there. Thought leadership is easy, but results leadership is hard. We'll catch you on the next one.
This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.